McLean, Carrie Keagan.
Musical chairs here.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Putting my butt in your face, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna let these three each introduce themselves to the lovely people of Salt Lake Comic-Con. But first, do you all have your cameras out? Well, you better be tweeting, Instagramming, Facebooking, hashtag FanX16 and hashtag Dead7. Let's get it trending online. Thank you, Nick.
I am Nick Carter. I'm one of the 5 founding members of the Backstreet Boys. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. It's not much. It's been about 23 years of the same stuff, but this is a new, fun adventure, so I'm excited for you guys to see what we've done. But that's who I am, and we can get into all the details later.
Can I just say I'm Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys?
No, the hair color it was my. Yes, at one point.
We could be like brother and sister up here. Hi, you guys. I'm Carrie Keagan. I get to play this one's like used to be love interest in Dead7, so I'm maybe the luckiest girl in the world.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun shooting this movie in Montana, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I'm dying for you guys to see it. Are you ready? Who's that guy?
My name is Howie D. AJ could not be here tonight, so Howie is taking his place. No, this was so much fun to see Nick's little brainchild, become this awesome film, and to get to work with a really kick-ass crew and cast, and I got to play the main villain, and
wait till you guys see Vermillion.
Everybody loves the bad guy more than the hero usually, so
we'll see about that.
I'm just saying, when you think of the Dark Knight, do you think of Batman or the Joker?
Be careful how you answer that
I
question.
think of Batman.
Just saying.
Just me.
Well, why don't we let the audience decide? Why don't we show you the trailer for Dead7?
We got big plans for your town. Good job keeping your people alive, Mr. Mayor. Blast off. These attacks are never gonna stop.
Kill Apocalypto. I mean the kind of dead that there ain't no coming back from. Find some of our bravest, some of our finest, some of our craziest men, and kill everybody out there.
Somebody's got to put a stop to this.
Pretty safe.
Yes. We all gotta die someday, right, Nick?
Wow.
We all gotta die someday, right?
We had so much fun making this movie, I can't even explain to you. I was a fan of these guys, so I'm in your shoes right now. When I was invited on set every day, I was like a giddy little schoolgirl, like, oh my God, like trying to get selfies with everybody, and like, can we Periscope? I don't know what to do right now.
This, I mean, honestly, watching this right now, and I mean, we've all been doing like some things here. I've been on like a little solo tour. AJ has been doing a bunch of stuff. You know, Brian, we've all been on a little bit of a hiatus, but this was the first time I actually saw the extended trailer, and honestly, I can't believe we actually did it. Number one, I can't. That's number one. I mean, in 3 weeks, it took 3 weeks to film it. We went to Montana, you know, in the middle of nowhere, wrecked this little town. We felt really bad for them. And just had a lot of fun, you know. We had this script, actually had this script, I don't know, should I get into the details now? Can I talk?
You know, Salt Lake Comic-Con, Nick Carter is offering to give you details of this movie, which is not going to premiere for the rest of the world until next week. Do you want the details?
So basically what happened was about 8-9 years ago, I had this idea, and we were on tour. I can't remember which tour it was on. And I was talking to the guys, I'm like, you know, I really, really want to write a movie and have you guys act in it, you know? And I was telling AJ, even back then, I'm like, AJ needs to play the villain. I don't know why. Maybe I saw he's the bad guy.
Stereotypes, bro.
Yeah. And so I remember picking up learning Final Draft, which for the first time, I had never done it before in my life, and I started just like jotting down these little ideas and like sort of a concept, and I was a huge fan of like spaghetti westerns. I loved like all the old Clint Eastwood movies, and that's like what I grew up on. And also I grew up on a lot of horror and like the cheesy B movies. I miss the cheesy B movies from the 80s. You know? Everything's so serious and so over the top and so blockbuster. I'm like, what happened to those like special movies that we all grew up on?
Like Evil Dead, Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Cabin Fever, all those cult classics, you know, and I think Nick, as well as our awesome, you know, crew, really made this dream of yours this awesome reality. And I mean, again, they killed it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I've only seen bits and pieces. I refuse to see it until we actually go to the premiere.
Well, I'm sorry, AJ. No, you're gonna have to see a piece. Tough. No, enough with AJ. He has to see another piece right now.
Really?
What? Okay. After watching that, I have to say that Laura Croft ain't got shit on you. You are so badass. Like, that was awesome.
I had way too much fun.
You did.
I got to blow Art Alexakis' head right off.
And speaking of art, like there's a lot of people in this movie that you might recognize and might not, and it's just jam-packed full of, you know, people such as like John Cicada, you know, and like, you know, art, you know, it's like, who else? But
Rico
we have
Suave.
Rico Suave, you know, like,
The lead singer of Everclear.
and then we,
Shifty.
Shifty from Crazy Town,
Yeah.
you know,
And this person who's like, gosh, who is this chick? I don't know if you know her name. It's like your wife.
yes, and my wife Lauren is actually in the movie. Very happy for that as well. And we actually we disguised her just enough so when people watch it, they're like, "Why is she in the movie?" You can't recognize her. No, I'm super excited. Like Lauren actually, it's funny. I said this. She's actually a better actress than I am an actor. So I kind of put her in the movie to kind of make up for my bad acting.
I have to tell you though, you had Clint Eastwood down.
I watched enough of it when I was little. I'm telling
You are like this strong, silent type. You guys, he doesn't have to say a whole lot. He's got it all right there. You know what I'm talking about.
They were calling it the 1,000-mile stare or something. I don't know. I was just in my head the whole time. But honestly, it's jam-packed full of people, and honestly, people who really do, I mean, Joey, just so you know, I think Joey's on his way right now. So he's like, he just landed, and did he text you?
He's driving over.
He's driving over, so he might make it in time to say what's up as well. So, but it's out of the box. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be something that you did not ever expect. From what I can see right now, from the editing and everything, I am just blown away. I'm dumbfounded. I can't believe it. So
Did you guys have like a holy shit moment while you were filming? Because I know I had a few.
I think I had two. One would be my, I guess, death scene was...
Die?
No, it's not really a spoiler because it's called Dead Center.
yeah, true that.
And I am the
like
bad guy,
everybody
so
dies.
obviously, you know. But then also I think just, I don't know, just kind of all of us sitting in that one cabin having lunch, sitting around just talking about the film, talking about ideas, helping each other with our roles and our parts. That was just kind of that holy shit moment. Like, wow, we're actually doing this. Like, this is not a joke. This is for real.
Yeah.
And again, I had so much fun. So much fun.
My holy shit moment was...
Holy shit moment?
did I say no? Oh shit! Sorry,
Oh,
not holy
shit.
shit! Sorry. Oh shit moment was basically when when it started 9 years ago and we started writing this down. I jotted it down. I had this idea, and then actually taking it, 8, 9 years later, and then seeing like the characters come to life, seeing the town come to life, seeing the setting, everything that was imagined actually coming to life. That was the oh shit moment for me, and that it was really happening. And honestly, I gotta thank, the Asylum for helping me make that dream come true, because they took a chance and a shot, on us when we really were never proven and have ever done this before. So, I love those guys at the Asylum. You've seen their Sharknado movies, you've seen everything they do. They don't give a damn what anybody thinks out there. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of how we are. The Backstreet Boys, the boy bands, Carrie. We don't care what you think. You don't have to watch the movie. But if you do, I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Yes, and you should watch because it is. Remember, it's just a week away on April Fool's Day. And again, #Dead7, #FanX16. Please, let's get it going for this movie online, okay? I'm gonna check and see what's going on with Mr. Joey Fatone. But please, tell us a little bit more. Was anybody a practical joker on set?
Kidding me?
In the middle of...
No, actually, I wasn't. It was Joey.
Joey for sure.
And he's not here to defend himself, so I'm gonna call him out.
Usually it's you, but Joey definitely took the torch from you this time.
Let's talk
He was-
about
Nick was very
Joey.
busy
Like,
actually creating the
Yeah,
movie.
Nick was just trying to stay focused and stay in character the whole time, and Joey was just in and out all day, every day.
Here's the
It was
thing,
phenomenal.
my holy shit moment was every night, pretty much after we would wrap, we would all end up in Joey's hotel room.
Yeah,
Like everyone.
all of us, the crew, cast, playing this weird video game thing from our phones, like a guessing game or whatever it was, and literally till like 4 or 5 in the morning, just hanging out in Joey's room.
Yeah, but there was a moment, one in particular, where you started showing videos of your cover songs or something, and Joey started showing videos of his cover songs, and it was like this boy band duel that was happening in front of me. And I think Jeff Timmons was sitting on the couch next to me, and I just kept looking around like, I don't even know what planet I'm on right now.
It was a riot. And you guys had to understand that, like, the town and the place that we chose to shoot this in, there was, like, barely anything there, and they were awesome, like, very accommodating to us. But the hotel we were staying in, we stayed there for, 3 weeks?
It was the Best Western, right?
Yeah, it was the Best Western. The nicest Best Western in town, I'll tell you that.
Not after we were
Yeah,
there.
there was one day that I came back. I actually wrapped early, and I came back to find a sliced tomato on my bed.
Well, so Sorry about that.
Don't know why it was there, how it got there, but there was a little tomato just chilling on my bed. There is some weird things going on in that hotel. It smelled weird.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting? So you guys know Jeff Timmons, he's in pretty good shape, right? So every single morning, I would wake up and we'd have to walk by this like really small gym. I mean, literally had like one treadmill. You know the one I'm talking about.
Half a treadmill.
Half a treadmill, and maybe like a dumbbell, okay? And so I'm walking by, and I swear, Jeff every single morning was in that gym, like Rocky with this like his hoodie on, just like literally this fast.
And it's like, you guys can look at Jeff. Jeff is,
He was
Jeff is huge, and he's built. I'm like, what? Why are you even bothered, dude? Like,
oh my God, it was so funny.
But he was the only one for I think he was the smartest one because he actually sweat out all the booze we were drinking the night before.
We did play one really bad joke on him the very first dinner of the night with the steak and the seafood. We were getting ice cream, and Jeff was saying he's on this diet, he doesn't want to eat ice cream, and we're like, come on, just do it once. And I gave him what looked like ice cream, but it was a big scoop of butter. And he just took a big spoonful and ate it, and I'm just like, sorry, so not sorry.
Pretty much after that, we told him that every single thing that was to offer had kale in it so that he would eat.
Yeah. Oh, kale.
Ice cream was kale.
I love that they can't defend themselves right now.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
That is so great. So hey, why don't we move on? We're actually going to do a few fan questions because I know you have a huge line here. And you guys, just so you know, they are all going to be here signing. Nick is still going to be here for part of tomorrow. Please come and get autographs and photo ops from them. Go online to the Salt Lake Comic Con website. You can buy your photo ops online, or you can buy them here at the con, because you should meet these gentlemen and lady up close in person.
I've got to say something real quick before she has it. I'm looking at these like rules and guidelines. I don't know if you've seen them. Do not relate personal stories prior to asking your question.
I know, what is that?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So one time in band camp,
Okay.
Yes.
I just.
Carrie, I had no idea you played the flute. First question.
So it's band camp. Thanks for coming to Salt Lake. We appreciate you guys coming here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So I was privileged enough to be on the first leg of the Inner World Like This tour in Vegas when Kevin ripped his pants epically.
I like how you remember that.
Oh, I remember. I was right there. Do any of you have any awesome, embarrassing wardrobe malfunction stories to share with
Let's
us?
see if we can find something from the the movie shoot. Do you remember anything?
I feel like Joey split his pants. I feel like that did happen.
Right.
I know that Jeff was pretty much falling out of his shirt most of the time.
My gun would not stay in my holster at all, ever.
There
Didn't
were
matter
no
which
Lenny
way I put it
Kravitz
in.
moments, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's just because your muscles on the thighs were so big, it gives
No.
popping them out.
I have zero muscles here. I have no ass.
Liar.
It's sad. So sad.
Liar.
Did you pop out of anything? You had a lot of layers on.
I swear I didn't pop out of anything. Thankfully, but my pants were tight as hell, so
I can attest to that.
had a little Jim Morrison going on there.
Yeah. Full twig and berries, buddy, all the way.
The Lizard King. He
There
didn't
was,
do anything.
Nothing left
Uncomfortable.
for the unknown. We saw everything, bro.
Next question.
Hi, I'm Tisha. Nick, you already answered my question, so I had another one. You actually did The Hollow many, many years ago. Are you really into doing scary or horror movies? Is that kind of your genre that you're really into?
Well, here's the thing. For me, and like I've written 2 other screenplays as well, and they're pretty much all like horror based or sort of some science fiction, part to it. I enjoy. I got a dark side to me. I do. Maybe it's the polar opposite of what my persona is in the Backstreet Boys. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe I just enjoy that. But the guys they've known me, and I do enjoy, I don't know, that dark sort of like other side that people don't necessarily get to see. So I would rather play that as a character or be in, you know, some sort of movie that had that, you know, rather than doing like a comedy or something like that.
So you're Batman instead of Superman.
I guess you could say that. Yeah. So it's the Clark Kent effect.
Hi, I'm Shannara. So, if my Backstreet Boy DVD knowledge serves me correctly, Nick, you came up with the idea for the Everybody Monster music video. And so I was just wondering if you've kind of been like into this for a long time, and how long have you been wanting to do this type of movie?
Well, okay. The concept, we all have ideas that we kind of bring to the table, especially in the group, you know, and it sometimes will start from one person or another. I think I remember kind of initiating that or wanting to do that, and then it grows from there. And what was the other part of the question? I'm sorry.
Just how it's like influenced the making of this movie, your life of that sort of thing.
No, I mean, I just, like I said, I'm a fan. Like, I like to create worlds that don't necessarily exist, that are, you know, fantasy, which is why I enjoy coming to like the Comic-Cons and, you know, FanX and like these places, because that's, I mean, AJ's the same way, you know, we enjoy not being ourselves. That's what acting is all about. That's why I'm so intrigued by acting, you know, and by even the writing side of it or the creation of that world. So to be able to create that or do something is, yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Hi, I'm Jessica. My question is, Nick, you and Joey both won second place on WTS. AJ, do you have plans on going all the way if you do the show?
I've been asked twice now. Once by Sharna. Sharna asked if I would do it, and then somebody else from their crew asked if I would do it, and I don't know. I mean, maybe if I had the time. I also don't like the idea of being away from my daughter at home that many hours a day. That would really suck. So it's bad enough when I travel, I don't get to see my family, but yeah, to be, because it's like what, 8 or 10 hour days?
It's a lot.
When you're in, yeah.
It really
so,
is. Yeah.
To know that I'm home and not be able to, you know, see my daughter before bedtime would just kill me. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
I have to say this. I think AJ is, and you saw the show. I didn't necessarily hold myself to a high standard when it came to dancing. Now, when I look at AJ, you know, but maybe I've changed my mind. But AJ, he is a fantastic dancer, and he actually, I think you were trained in ballroom dancing as well when you were young.
Ballroom, jazz.
So I wasn't, you know. So AJ could probably do really good as well. So I would cheer him on.
I think I could win it all the way. I honestly do. But again, that's if I find the time. There's a lot going on, so.
Next.
Hello, my name is Samantha, and so my question, are there any funny parts in the movie? Yeah, funny parts.
I have to say this, and this was so funny because when we were doing the movie and I was speaking with the producers at Asylum, and we were on set, and I would call them and I'd be like, "Are you sure we shouldn't put like some funny stuff in this movie? Like we're really taking this very seriously." And I remember David Latt, he particularly said, "No, I want you to be really serious with this, okay?" So I think there are probably going to be some funny parts, and I think Joey
Fatone
is the comic relief.
Joey, yeah.
He definitely has his one-liners, and he does what he does, and he's fantastic at it, and he's going to make you laugh. But overall, seeing boy banders and people trying to save the day and the world in a zombie post-apocalyptic movie is funny, okay? I'm sorry, no matter how you know, you got it. So it's like, that's why I think they were like, well, I don't think you have to try to be funny, because it will be funny. It is funny. And we're serious. It's like serious.
Hi guys.
Hello.
I'm Steph. I was wondering, due to the excitement about this film, would you guys be open to doing more boy band versus monsters?
Versus whatever. It's funny, I was just in New York a couple weeks ago going to see Brian's Son on Broadway, and great show, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And Eric Estrada was actually in New York as well, so we were all hanging out, and we started talking about maybe doing, or this whole concept of having a prequel, and kind of explaining how each of us kind of became that, character. Like maybe I was friends with Jack and Daisy, and somehow
You are not my friend.
maybe I wanted you, and you took her from me, and that's why I went bad.
Everybody wants Carrie.
It's always over a girl. Dang it. But there's so many things that we can do with this movie. I mean, look at Sharknado 1, 2, and 3. Even if 4. Even if they killed you off, they bring you back because the fans want to see you. So
I think it should be the Dead Seven versus Sharknadoes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Versus what?
Sharknadoes.
What?
Dead Seven versus Sharknadoes.
You wouldn't know anything about Sharknadoes, Carrie Keagan.
I know a few things about them.
Really?
The
Well, you guys might want to watch the Twitter for Sharknado 4.
Yeah.
You might see me in Sharknado 4.
Maybe.
You're in Sharknado 4?
I'm cheating on you.
Freaking jealous.
I might be able to pull a few strings.
I know. I didn't get asked either. What the
Don't
hell?
pull too much.
Man, damn it.
I might unravel.
Well, I think they would all very much appreciate that if everything you had on
I'm
unwrapped.
sure they would. They love
You were missing a wardrobe malfunction from the set. We might as well have one now.
it. Yeah.
I think you've all been so patient and so awesome. I'm sorry, Joey's not here, but he's almost here. I heard he's 10 minutes away. So why don't we just show you another clip?
Another clip? Yay.
In sci-fi, they said only pick one clip, and I was like, what? I don't know how to count. So this is the second half of the first clip.
Awesome.
I just need to say one thing about this. Are there a lot of zombie fans out here? Wait till you guys see the actual zombie makeup. I'm not kidding. Some of the featured zombies were some of the best zombies I've ever seen. They're incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, I mean, amazing special effects work.
There were two zombies. One had both his eyes covered completely. He was just blind
For like hours. They
like
kept him sitting
6 or
there for like
7 hours. And then another guy had his mouth completely like this.
Can't hear you.
Well, yeah, that's what it was. And I felt so bad for the guy, like trying to eat anything, and that was for also like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, but then I got to crush his head, so it was cool.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then Eric, did you see what he did towards the end? He's like,
Are you allowed to give this away right now?
no, it's not bad. I mean, it's not. He decided to get into makeup just because he wanted to.
Spoiler alert, you guys!
It was so funny.
There's a little Easter egg in there, and I will pay money to anybody that can find Eric as a zombie in this movie.
Yeah. It's so funny. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say it. I didn't know that.
So
That's for the
so then,
Sharknado
wait,
thing.
does that mean that he got 2 paychecks then?
I
Did
don't
he get 2
think
paychecks
he barely
then?
got
for a year?
one.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to call my agent.
I think this audience has been very patient with our little slight delays and everybody trying to ask questions. So, I know you fell in love with these boys first as singers. I don't know if
Carrie, you want to sing with us?
but only if you guys all stand up and scream.
My fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way. But we, come on, he's in my part.
Are 2 worlds apart, I can't reach to your heart when you say I want it that way.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Know it, tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why.
I never want it.
What are you doing?
Dance all
I want it that way. Nice job, Carrie. We just put Carrie on the spot.
Lived out like a karaoke
Nicely
dream
done.
come true. Wait, that's another story. We took over a bar in Montana, and we had the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC up on and 98 Degrees and O-Town up on stage doing a karaoke impromptu set. That was one of the coolest nights ever, and I think somebody got it on video.
Was that the night that I was DJing?
It might have been. It was
Okay.
the one night we went to that bar.
Yes, that
Oh, did that
was,
get in the tabloids?
Yeah, I believe it did. Because it was kind of
I
a
didn't know.
once-in-a-lifetime moment where you're going to get these guys all up on stage, right?
Oh, speaking of once in a lifetime moment, I don't know if they know, but we actually recorded an original song featuring pretty much everybody on it. You know, it's called "In the End." It's in the movie as well. So it has NSYNC, Backstreet, 98 Degrees, O-Town, Carrie. It's got
Carrie.
So, just so you know, I don't know if you knew that.
Can they buy it on iTunes?
I think you can buy it on iTunes.
What's the title of the song?
It's called "In the End."
In the End. So look for In the End on iTunes. And who's the official writer that they could put in on?
Brian Shackle. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that and let's go to the next question.
I have a question for all three of you. What was the most challenging part of filming Dead 7?
That snowstorm.
No, that was fun.
That was horrible.
For me, well, listen, both of us had tank tops on, so
Listen,
But-
in Montana, the weather changes literally
Yeah.
every 10 minutes. And when we were all the way up at the top of this mountain by the Lady of the Rockies statue, that big white statue that you see, it was beautiful. It was like this 90-degree day. And then literally 10 minutes later, it was sleeting and hailing and snowing on us. And of course, me and your wife had nothing on.
They were freezing. I felt so bad. She was turning purple. I'm like, are we gonna die up here? Like, this is crazy. But like, and then Danny, our director, he's like, we're gonna get the shot. And then every time they kept saying one more time, one more take, it got worse and worse. But it was the craziest thing. Like,
It hurt. It was so cold, but we got through it.
yeah, we did.
And you know what? I'll tell you something. Nick was a trooper, and if Nick was gonna stand out there, then we were all gonna stand out there. And we did. We got the shots, and the movie's better for it.
Wardrobe was nice enough to give me a jacket for that scene, so that was nice.
He was wearing a fur pelt under his
Yeah,
pants.
normally I'm just in my tank top, but I think for me, probably one of the most uncomfortable or scariest moments was riding a horse. Especially knowing that my horse was a barrel horse. So he always wanted to turn in the same circle. And I love animals, so I'm not trying to be aggro with him, but he almost threw me off twice. Would have really freaked me out, but I took control. Goose fella. And took over, but yeah, that really freaked me out, to ride a horse. I would have much rather been the one riding on the motorcycle.
I know Jeff Timmons was all freaked out about
You know
riding
what? I
motorcycles, but-
actually just Jeff. What? He's not here. He is not here. But there might be someone else who is here. He has to know that you want to see him. So I want you to stand up.
Joey Fatone! You made it!
How's it going, guys? I literally just got off a plane and got here, so I apologize for my tardiness.
And let's
We were talking about you.
I'm sorry.
What's up, buddy?
I love you too.
We're just so happy you're here. And let's all give a big thank you to Dan Farr, who runs Salt Lake.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. Okay now, Joey. So now, yeah, sure, Joey, we're all crazy mad at you. So you're gonna have to make it up to the audience by telling really funny stories about these guys, because they've been talking smack about you the whole
I didn't talk smack.
I did.
You're full of crap.
Carrie did.
Carrie. You know what? I don't know if you told the story how funny it was that me and AJ actually. I remember we were in my room and we were going back and forth. Yeah, it sounds real funny. Me and AJ were in the room together, but I think Jeff Timmons and Howie. I don't know if you were there or not, but we were playing NSYNC and Backstreet Boys songs.
Yes, I told that story.
Oh, you told the story. Okay. Oh well, I suck. Sorry, I wasn't here. But the best part, though, I mean, coming from us, it was like, oh no, listen to my harmonies, what NSYNC did. Listen to that. And AJ's like, no, listen to this real quick. You know, this was really good. We did harmonies. I know, but we did more intricate harmonies than you guys. Listen to this. This is really cool. Oh, stop it. There's no animosity. It's friendly competition, but we do sing better. So anyway, no, but it was, you know, it was, again, I'm sure they all said it. It was fun because we got a chance to really bond. Like, we've never really hung out in the lengths that we did, you know, and we were with each other, you know, almost 24/7, literally, because we'd get up in the morning, shoot in the morning, look at each other, go, you know, get in the van, shoot all day, and then at night we're like, all right, what are we doing? Buffalo Wild Wings it is, okay.
Or Joey's room playing video games.
Exactly.
Option A, option B.
Quiplash.
You guys played that?
Quiplash, you can put it on, like it's an app and you use your phone for it. It's awesome.
It's very interactive.
Very dorky. It's almost like Cards Against Humanity for you older folks. Oh, now you're dirty. Okay, great. All right.
It was definitely one of the more fun things to do in Butte, Montana, to be honest with you. So it was one of the more fun things to do.
I know where you guys went when I wasn't looking.
What happened?
I know where you guys went when I wasn't looking.
Where did we go?
What's that strip club's name?
Oh, they had a strip club.
Sugar Bush.
The Sugar Bush, that's right. It was the most, okay, you...
Why didn't someone tell me?
Listen.
There, you're too busy.
I don't care who you are, you could not have made up a better strip club scenario. I think there was more bottles than there were teeth in there.
No, but it had like a couple of poker games or something.
Yeah, just some weird shit going on, but we saw this kid or guy, probably I think turning 21, and this stripper pummeled his face with her ass.
Yeah, it was,
but not in like a sexy way at all. It was like bam, bam, bam.
That's when we left. We went.
That was like, okay. If that's what a lap dance is here, I'm out. And also, mind you, this freaking strip club was like tucked behind a gas station. If any of you have seen Breaking Bad, it's pretty much where he like buried all the actual money.
Not disrespecting Butte or anything. We actually had a great time. We loved it, but it looked like a cafeteria as well.
Yeah,
it was. There was lights. It wasn't even like dim. Whatever. Anyway, so.
What can you expect with a name called Sugar Bush?
They could have been.
You get what you pay for.
There wasn't much to do in Butte, obviously. As you can tell. Except act.
Hey, all the way back there.
Right here?
Oh, can I? I'm Zombie Cat, and I was just wondering, out of which of the Backstreet Boys, who's the worst dancer?
Oh. Is that an open question?
I'll tell you right now.
I want to hear from Joey, actually, to be quite honest with you. Come on, Joey.
I'm not going to answer that question.
I don't know. You know, from watching you guys and the last concert I went to at the Forum in LA, no, you guys are pretty in sync. But I would say, I mean, it goes down, honestly, it goes down the line. Like, you give like 182%. You're about a 150. Howie is about 100. Then you go
Maybe.
Brian, and then I think Kevin. Am I wrong, or am I? I could be dead wrong.
think I would probably switch
Kevin and
Brian.
Well, they're cousins.
But
They count as one.
Howie is definitely right. Howie's the one I think that has the most consistent brain farts on stage. So
He's too busy looking in the audience.
He is, or he's looking at us to see what we're doing next. It's like, dude, no, look at.
Well, then he fooled me that
girls.
day.
Yeah.
He fooled me that day.
To be politically correct and to not cause controversy, what we've done our entire life, everybody's equal in this group.
Exactly correct. I mean, just like
Because I know the guys are gonna watch this later on. We're gonna get phone calls. They're gonna be like, "Really, Nick?"
Well, I don't care. I can
Joey
say it.
said it. It was Joey. He did it.
I can say it. Howie sucks. And I'll call him up and tell him that too.
Yes,
He probably might beat me up, but you know, whatever.
Oh my God, so funny.
My name is Amanda, and I was just wondering if there was a zombie apocalypse, which would be the first band member to be eaten first for both instinct and touch?
Well, I got a lot of meat, so there's enough for everybody. I'd be eating first, probably.
I don't know though, man. Like, yeah,
I would
that's
probably
hard to
be
say.
last in our group, I think.
Why don't we compare
they would tell
ourselves to
you
like
me as, like, a
actual
toothpick.
meat, okay? Like, who's the filet mignon? Who's the prime rib?
Dude,
who's the porterhouse?
And who's the hot dog? Someone's got to be a hot dog. Kielbasa.
I don't know. Well, you have pink nails, so I think they'd go for you first.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They might not. They might be scared of my pink nails.
Those are pretty.
My daughter made me do it.
I was about to say. I was just saying. Your daughter. Yeah. My toenails are usually like different colors.
Yeah.
As well.
Normally I always do, black, and my daughter was like, "Daddy, do your nails like me." So I had to be a man of my word. So I got pink nails. It's definitely growing on me.
Growing on you like what? You want to wear high heels next?
I did at my wedding.
Did you really?
And I wore a dress. Absolutely.
That's amazing.
My wife wore a tux and I was in drag.
What
It
is
was awesome.
wrong with you?
And my wife's all Greek Orthodox side of her family did not like that very much. They would not take a picture with me in my 6-inch.
They're like, hey, can you? Ooh.
Yeah, no. And I will say, I have the utmost respect for you ladies walking around in those big ass heels. But I can hold my own in some 6-inch pumps, I'm not gonna lie. I did not fall once. Proud of that.
Something to be proud of.
Yeah,
Hi, my name is Ashley. I was wondering, aside from in Joey's room, was there any rivalry on set? Like who was the better actor or who did better stunts?
Me, I did it all. I'm the best.
I actually did the most stunts, I think, probably, than everybody. There was no rivalry. It was all love. It was all family. It was honestly like an amazing experience because, I mean, Joey, you know this. I mean, you guys know as well. And when people have done movies or acted, if you've been on the set long enough, you form a bond with those people, and it's like something you're always going to remember. And so we've created a relationship because literally we were up there in the elements in a town that we didn't know anyone, and we had to stick, together. And so, and also all of our parallels as far as like being in boy bands and being musicians and sharing the same walks of life. It really made it a great experience. So I don't see the rivalry there. That was
and it was exciting because we had the same managers. We even were on the same record label, so we were really conversing a lot of different things. Even Howie, I remember, came up and was like, "So how did you guys really get together? Like, what exactly specifically?" Because we hear all these things back and forth, and it was like we're sitting in a room together, hanging out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask him. So when that happened, what were you thinking? Or I go, hey, thanks for not doing the Disney thing, because that helped us out. So thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
And also, I have to say this as well. There were certain people that might have needed some help from other people, and they reached out to each other. Joey he's a really great actor. Like, that's honestly not true. And that is why I wanted him in the film, because I wanted that support. I know AJ is a great actor as well, so I don't proclaim to think that I'm the greatest in anything. So, I reached and I asked them questions and to learn from them. So I think we all learned from each other and helped each other and lifted each other up.
Yes, shameless plug. Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 tomorrow. Go see it.
But that is all the time we have tonight for the panel. We're gonna have to start right.
Damn it, Joey.
Can we get one more? Just one more. Go, quick. Say it. We'll answer really fast. She got it.
My name's Sharon.
That's not fast enough. Go.
How did the mainly boy band cast come about?
Nick.
Well, actually, the original script and idea that I had an idea to have maybe like a couple of boy banders in it. And honestly, Joey was like from the beginning, like when I had written this thing about 8 years ago, I always thought about him. And I always thought about AJ. Those were the two guys that I really wanted in the movie. But then, a part of that script and the actors that I wanted to get like sports stars. I wanted to cast like Shaquille O'Neal. I wanted to get some random people in there. But then I brought it to the Asylum. The Asylum and we all had a conversation. And then, what is that, timer up? That's not good. Anyways, the Asylum and we came up with the idea, but Joey really and AJ, these guys sparked the idea, and then we just came up with it, and then it was just like, it just opened the door and everyone wanted to do it. So, but listen, I just want to thank everybody for coming and being supportive. With Dead 7, it was a lot of hard work, and
the more people that spread the word, because I think the more people that watch it, it's just kind of like almost like the Sharknado effect. I think if you guys watch this, we would love to do more stuff like that. We've been talking already about it. So thank you guys, for really being interested in a bunch of boy banders and Carrie being in this film. Carrie, I mean, you're just hot, so we can't say anything. You are just a badass.
So like they said, tweet it out. Look forward to showing you this movie. It's a lot of hard work, and it was made for you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the podcast. So thank you guys.
You guys, give it up for them right here. I go see Will McLean too. That's a lot.
Thank you guys. Give it up for him. Thank you so much.